Whether a relationship will end in a breakup is actually predetermined from the very beginning. In intimate relationships, there's a very common combination. The woman lacks security, has a strong personality, is controlling, and constantly seeks confirmation of love from her partner. Meanwhile, the man is accommodating, avoidant, struggles with expression, and dodges conflict. It looks incredibly sweet in the early stages, but becomes extremely prone to collapse later on. What follows is the step-by-step process of how it all falls apart. Stage 1. Passionate complementarity. Emotional fulfillment. When they first get together, they're mutually attracted. He thinks she's opinionated, thoughtful, and special. Her assertive expression makes him feel needed and valuable. She also finds him considerate, tolerant, and understanding, a rare find. He tries his best to meet her needs. When they argue, he chooses to give in. One feels, I'm needed. The other feels, I'm loved. It seems perfect, but it's actually laying the groundwork for problems. This complementarity isn't stable. Stage 2. Relationship imbalance. Gaps become apparent. Over time, she starts taking his tolerance for granted and ignoring his feelings. She becomes increasingly dependent and emotional. After all, he'll comfort her anyway. She starts being dissatisfied with what he does, thinking he should be more proactive and understand her better. Meanwhile, he's actually been suppressing emotions for a long time. He thinks to himself, I've already done so much, why are you still not satisfied? But he doesn't say it. He just stays silent, bottling up his disappointment. Stage 3. One explosion, crossing the line. Finally, one day, he emotionally breaks down. Maybe it's another one of your criticisms. Maybe it's him feeling rejected again. That last straw breaks. He suddenly explodes, saying what he's held back for so long. You've never cared about my feelings. He feels utterly alone. In that moment, he starts withdrawing. No more giving in, no more comforting you, no more accommodating. You suddenly realize he's become cold and unresponsive. You start wondering if you've ruined everything. Stage 4. You start panicking, constantly testing him. Do you still love me? Why won't you talk to me? You express your emotions repeatedly, trying to force a response. But the colder he gets, the more you fall apart. You try to make him see you by amplifying your needs, but all he feels is exhausted, because you're still only focused on yourself. He's already said it once, I really can't keep this up anymore. You fall into a tug of war. You keep testing, he keeps retreating. You think you're fighting for the relationship, but he's already become a stranger. Your pain comes from losing emotional support. His pain comes from completely losing hope of being understood. Eventually, you both exhaust the last of your tenderness, respect, and intimacy. But relationships aren't unsolvable. The problem is, you're both drowning in your own emotions and no one stops to truly see the other person. You're trapped in the fear of, you've changed, while he's trapped in the silence of, I'm already so tired. What can truly repair a relationship is never how much you cry or how heartless he seems, but whether someone is willing to step out of their emotions to understand the other's pain and grievances. You think he wants to break up, but what he really wants to know is there still any possibility of being loved by you? When someone can't feel that possibility, that's when they choose to give up and prove their existence. So if you still want to win him back, stop begging, stop apologizing. You need to use a completely new approach to make him genuinely feel that you understand him, care about him, and are willing to change for him, not repeating those same accusations, tugging, and emotional reactions. Remember, a real breakup isn't a moment of coldness, but when you can no longer hear each other's hearts. You refuse to understand, he stops explaining, and love gets trapped between emotions, slowly withering away. As long as you can see his disappointment and exhaustion, this relationship still has hope. Most people don't stop loving. They're just too tired, too scared, too disappointed. Show him hope and he might turn back. Don't easily miss someone who actually still wants to keep loving you.